closest you're going to get to a part 2 is a new what if about pretty much maybe being a sequel, which will be what if Tailgate survived instead of Shockwave. Tailgate survived instead of Shockwave. Tailgate survived instead of Shockwave. There we go. Frickin' didn't want to frickin' do it. Okay. Now that that's out of the way. That took way longer than I wanted it to. Welcome, everybody, by the way. I haven't even gotten any freaking Dragon Balls yet.
Want to blow off some steam with a little shocking?
Bruh, I don't care. Don't care. I think I'm going to be buying Tapion.
Spending money always feels so good.
Why do you guys say it like that, man? Can you just say it like a normal freaking human being instead of a you-know-what? I'm just saying. Whew. What a day this has been.
Ugh, that's enough. Now my clothes are all dirty.
Wait, you're done? That was so quick.
Untouchable as I am, I don't get that much of a kick out of fighting. Not enough time to lick your wounds.
You know androids don't run out of energy like that. I swear.
You're the naggiest sibling in the world.
They're putting up a much better fight now. Must have really got their head back in the game. Maybe they're watching me against 18.
Gotta say, Goku, you're as impressive a martial artist as the doctor said. That, and you're not nearly as annoying as that hothead Vegeta. You kept your cool throughout that whole fight with 18, too. Making an android with unlimited energy sweat is quite an accomplishment. I've never had more fun.
Interesting. Oh yeah, you're used to playing Sparking Zero again because I was just playing Fighters. Oh crap. Yeah, I gotta remember how to play this game again. Kameha. Oh, come on. Walked right into it. Wow, just hit above his head, why don't you? I literally hit him. Whew! That was close.
Only let my guard down for a second. But you're something else. I think I'm a little burnt out on all the fighting today. Let's get out of here.
Oh, so 17 and 18 fight Goku if Goku went to fight Cell and save Piccolo. But 16, his directive is solely Goku. Unlike 17 and 18, who are human. So this is real interesting. 16 and like 13 are all the older androids. They're specifically for Goku. So he ain't going to turn down.
16. What got into you all of a sudden? You look pissed.
It's not that he's angry.
My mission is to kill Goku, and I intend to accomplish it.
Yep.
Dude, chill.
I will end your existence, for it is the only purpose of my existence. Everyone and everything else is secondary. It's now or never.
He can't even fight in Super Saiyan anymore. Cool? Don't care.
Share your energy with me. Get ready to see my power. Your energy with me. For a spirit bomb. Done.
Dr. Gero creation or not, you mess with Goku, you're done.
Disengaging limiter.
I was blocking.
I must use my last resort.
Did he seriously just kill me in one attack?
17 and 18. Farewell.
That's bogus.
Share your energy with me.
Now I'm going to make an even bigger spirit bomb. Oh, when you're locked out, this is really freaking cool. The visual of it and everything.
Disengaging limiter.
Really?
I must use my last resort.
He didn't even have all of his bars.
18. Farewell.
Why?
This is
It's not his ultimate. I mean, it is his ultimate, but that's not a super. Why is he allowed to do it? I have to end him now. It must be after a certain point he's just able to do it. I can't let him.
Disengaging limiter.
Not this time! Really?
I must use my last resort.
Why?
17 and 18. Farewell.
That's not a freaking super attack!
This is the point.
I basically have to kill him before he can do it. It's impossible.
Share your energy with me.
No, now I'm going to look at his key, because there's something fishy here. He should not be able to do it.
Get ready to see my real strength. Your energy with me. For a spirit bomb. Done.
Let's see if he has the balls to do it this time.
Disengaging limiter.
That's right. Come at me. Yep, you ain't self-destructing this time. Nice try.
Energy with me.
Whew.
For a spirit bomb. Get ready to see my real. Your energy with me. For a spirit bomb. Done. Share your energy with me.
Scared he's going to do it again. You're right, man. That is enough.
For a spirit bomb. Done.
Finally. That was the most annoying battle I've fought. Probably so far in the game.
Don't you dare, 16. I'm not letting you blow yourself up.
Oh, so he was supposed to do that. Yeah, 3 freaking times in a row.
Don't tell me. You have a self-destruct device inside of you as well?
I told you both before. My sole mission is to kill Goku at any cost.
Then why haven't you already? You could wipe this entire island off the map with that explosion.
That's enough. You can't beat me in the state you're in now. And besides, you don't really seem like a bad guy.
Because he's not.
Even if you're technically a robot, I can feel your intent to kill. But if it really is your mission, why didn't you go for it during the fight with Cell?
Yeah.
Instead, you chose to defend your fellow androids. To me,
It's simple. There is much wildlife living all around this island. I did not want to obstruct nature with the fallout of our battles. But hear me, Goku. One day I will fulfill my purpose. You took care not to harm any innocent life, animal nor human. I believe you are both good people. I have enjoyed traveling together.
Well, who says we can't still keep doing it?
Then you know what? Let's have our first stop at the home. I'm in desperate need of some new, less filthy clothes.
It looks like the battle is over.
Hey, Piccolo.
yep. Goku, where's Cell? And the androids? And the 18?
So this is how the Cell Saga ends, huh?
Well, I think they'll be back.
In the wake of Cell's defeat, the 3 androids depart. Peace is what someday these powerful artificial humans, whatever the outcome.
Interesting.
Wow, everybody's here. Yo.
Welcome anyone to the stream.
Blow up some steam with a little shopping. Take all the time you need.
I don't need you to tell me how to shop. Because I don't care. Don't care.
Let's take a peek, shall we, Morgan?
Here goes. It's starting. Piccolo's getting ready to fight. I'm telling you, there's nothing we can do to help Piccolo with the level of strength we're at right now. Come on, Vegeta. Let's taking you so long?
The Cell games have a
There we go. Dang it.
All right.
Got him. Got him. Or not.
no. This is impossible.
Guess I was wrong, Cell. Turns out I was just a little bit stronger than you after all.
Oh, so I wasn't supposed to kill Cell. This is another alternate timeline.
Gohan, my finally home, Mom. Are you okay, sweet? No. Wait, where's Goku? That is. No, don't.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Goku.
Of course I am.
Oh, my boys are both home safe.
Isn't that sweet?
Here goes.
Gotta let him beat me.
I commend you. You backed me into a corner, forcing me to use a barrier. Ah!
Anyone in yet?
I give up. I fought as hard as I could, but it's pretty clear there's no way I can beat you. So that's it for me.
They're really gonna make me fight a Cell Junior?
I'm not done yet. Get ready to
Got him.
Stop it! I'm telling you to stop!
All right, so this playtime's over. You as Daddy said to kill them all. Right now. You've changed.
You got what you wanted, and I'll never forgive you!
You brought this on yourself, Cell. Now you're finally gonna pay for all the suffering you caused. Go on! What do you...
I was gonna say, there ain't no way Goku's story is done.
Here goes! Vegeta. This might take longer than you thought. It'll be over soon enough when I kill you!
And I've heard that before. What the heck? Oh. It's because it's freaking instant transmission. Because of course it is. Sure. Get a tiny bit angry. Getting angry. Yeah, okay. I'll just keep doing this.
Fine, let's take care of this boo first. You wouldn't give me your best in this fight if you were too distracted. Tina!
Come on, big guy. Why is somebody as strong as you taking orders from a strict like Bob?
Nobody asked for your opinion. Martin is my loyal servant, and he obeys my
Yeah, Dragon Ball Daima pretty much confirms that Bibbidi and Bobbidi had nothing to do with Boo. Pretty much. Nothing. Maybe I don't want to. Ooh.
tried the built-in engine, and look what happened to you.
Hold on. There's regular old Super Saiyan. Then there's a level beyond Super Saiyan. But further beyond that.
Yeah, how about we not attack me at all? That sounds like a great idea. At this point, I don't even need Super Saiyan 3. I'm soloing Boo without Super Saiyan 3. Or, you know, just transform into it, because why not? Oh, okay, that was clean. That was freaking clean.
But I haven't had as much practice with this. This is what I call Super Saiyan 3.
That's DBS animation, but no, they couldn't put DBS Super Saiyan 3. They just gave it to Z. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I actually don't. You can't see me. I had to make that stupid joke. Thomas Jefferson? Okay, I'm being stupid at this point. Stop dodging! Just let me hit you one time. One motherfucking time. Stop. Now you're freaking dead. Bye-bye. I love Goku and Piccolo using the fusion dance. That'd be Pekahan. Or no, that would be Piccolo and Gohan. So it'd be Pikachu or Piccolo. That was kind of clean, I'm not going to lie. Big Bang Cannon? Oh, come on. He at least fought a good percentage of time in base form. You can't just cut that away. Why is he this strong? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. What are you doing? What are you doing? What the?
I've had just about enough fun for one day. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to say your prayers before I wrap this up. This is bullcrap.
You know what? You're bullcrap. How about that? How about that, boo? Boo-hoo.
This plan's crazy enough to work.
It's great. It's truly amazing. Always been like this. Ever since the day I first met you. We were prepared to meet a challenge, even when it's bigger than you. First, what was your love? It was your blind instinct, protected and spurred you on, pushed you beyond your limits. Certainly, that wasn't hard. But over the years, I realized there was more. Something else in the way you approach a battle. I used to fight for the sheer pleasure of it. It's very noble. I killed the dogs to feed my
test drive. Become the strongest you can possibly be. You showed mercy to everyone. As if you knew one day I possessed the tiniest sliver of soul. And here I am, fighting alongside you. By all logic, by some miracle, compassion is rubbed off on me. Yes, until fully understand to it. How can a sane fight with such power? And at the same time be so gentle? Perhaps it's my anger, blind to the truth of soul. Hanging the kicker. You are number one.
You know, Vegeta making that speech is probably one of the best moments in Dragon Ball history. Finally acknowledging Goku's the best and, like, saying all of what's about him. It's probably the best character development ever. Which is why if Vegeta died at any point earlier, he would have never acknowledged Goku as number one, pretty much.
It's so hard when he keeps coming at me. I only need a minute. 1 minute, that's all. Fine. Then I'll make my stand against him for the next minute. While he's occupied, you power up. The plan is underway. It's time for you to create a spirit ball.
So I can beat him. Alright. Then I will.
Hey guys, why is somebody as strong as you taking orders from a shrimp like Robin?
Nobody asked for your opinion. Watching you is my doing, sir. And he obeys my every command. If he never has one for him.
Yeah. Then it's no surprise that he killed you.
It's ready. You'll regret that. I'm not done yet.
Don't waste our time. Vegeta already tried to build an engine. And look what happened to you.
Hold on. There's regular old Super Saiyan. Then there's a level beyond Super Saiyan. But further beyond that. Kamehameha!
Stop letting him hit me, because I'm starting to get mad. Really? You're lying. Lying.
Let's do this already. I'm sorry this took so much longer than the others, but I haven't had as much practice with this one. This is what I call Super Saiyan 3. Real fight starts now. Who will?
Getting really mad. Really mad.
Who will? Who will? Who will?
Hi, King. Haven't seen you past few streams. Have you been really busy?
Trunks. Oh, that means he found the Dragon radar. It's leaving West City.
With videos, I haven't seen you like not catch up with them, but I'm just more or less saying with streams, which you don't really have to catch up with streams. It's just the same as always. We're all just chilling, you know. I just didn't know what was going on during the streams. The only thing that you have to catch up on, since you're not a fan of Transformers, is the first part to the Deadly Reckoning and the John Wick and Daniel story. But if you mean like posts and stuff catching up, then yes, if you haven't seen those. Then yes, you will have to catch up on those. Oh. I got you. Bobbity, you wonder why you were killed. And apparently, according to Daima, Bobbity and Bibbity weren't the ones to create Majin Buu. Majin Buu's origin was changed to some witch in the demon realm that looks like Toa from Xenoverse. So that's really interesting to know that Bibbidi and his son didn't create Buu. That's very interesting. Daima has uncovered a lot of lore, but it was Akira Toriyama's biggest project and his final one, so I wouldn't expect him not to drop a huge ton of lore. I'm going to give it to the hour mark, and then we'll see if anyone joins. Other than that, you'll be the only one I'm going to be showing for who won the character vote and talking about channel announcements.
Let's do this already. I'm sorry this took so much longer than the others, but I haven't had as much practice with this one. This is what I call Super Saiyan 3.
I didn't think anyone was joining because like no one showed up thus far. But usually it's taken an hour sometimes for people to show up. So I was just waiting out the clock. I'm glad I don't have to cancel the stream now. Oh, come on! I had him! It's almost nigh impossible to be able to kill Buu before it just transforms you automatically. It's all right. It's not that big a deal. The only thing that's annoying me is this particular mission that I'm on right now. Sparking Zero. Or I'm sorry, Budokai Tenkaichi 4, which is the actual name for the goddamn game. Or at least that's what it should be. I'm just going to do it now. The winner for this week's character figure pool is Golden Frieza. So, yep, Golden Frieza has won a vote. We got second form Frieza won a vote for the very first character pool. So now we got a second Frieza who has won. What's really interesting to me, hold on just 1 second, is we had a tie. Thor and Ultron. By the way, I have this Thor, and I got Mjolnir with it, with a different one, not this one. They're pretty much the same figure, except one has a cape and the like thing. Other one's like the other like warrior looking one. Anyway, Ultron with all the Avengers absorbed, he did not get into there, and he's for future pools because he was second place and like third and that kind of stuff. But with this one, I was very surprised to see that Thor and Ultron tied for second place, and that's not happened before. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting both of them in the next poll. So that's going to be the first poll with 2 second place winners. So it's going to mess up the way I organize like the next 30 votes. But overall, I'll think of a way to make it work, and it'll probably fix itself sooner or later. So, yeah. So, more so, what I want to talk about, one of the things, the posts, is that up to part 4 of the John Wick and Daniel thing is taken care of. So, it's pre-recorded already. Like the Dale one, I'm going to have to work 5 projects ahead after this. The 5 stories that I was talking about. I don't know if you were there or not for it. But what I'm going to have to do is, after I'm done with the John and Daniel story, which I'll mention more on in a minute, I will have to work on the 1-part McQueen tale returning, which you all saw the trailer for. And then I'm going to have to work on 4 extra stories up to the Cyberman one, which is already done on the next batch. And then I'll finally be able to take a break, because I didn't take into factor how, like, all those other stories that I worked on before the John and Daniel one were basically just going to be like 1 to 2 parts. So I didn't take that into account. So I'm basically like I was with the Dale story, where I'm working on it and making it at the same time. So it's not a big deal because, and that's what I want to talk about right now, I'm on to part 4 pre-recording for the story, and that's getting into season 2 at the very beginning of Fear. But I finally over halfway done with the story, and season 4 is getting skipped because I can't spoil all of it, but just know that season 4 is going to go exactly the same, except Strand is not included, which he didn't do much, so it's not going to affect much, except a few character talking. And up to season 4 or 5A is going to be the same until the basically first few episodes. So like right at the beginning. So over the weekend, I'm finally able to say that I'm halfway done with the project, because there's been immense world building and story to do. So it's been hard for me to, especially with making custom pictures as my new forte. So it's been harder to be able to manage with that. But now I can safely say that I can be halfway done with the story and put myself in a better place. So by the time the end of the year comes, I'll have hopefully gotten myself on a break. Like pretty much like last year, whenever I took a break after I uploaded the Christmas special, Christmas Day, that I took a break until after New Year's, right? So basically that break and me having time to work on stuff but not upload stuff, it'll basically mean that by the time I upload more, I'll be taking like an extended break. So think of it like an extended break. So that's what I'm hoping for. It just depends on how the next few weeks treat me. But overall, it's all good. Making really good progress with the story. But I will spoil at least one thing. Troy, where is it? Troy, I'm basically making it so, okay, that's just a sneak peek, but I'm going to show the actual picture. Where is it? 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 Where are you? Come on, come on. Where are you? Come on. There you are. I'm basically making it so that Madison hits him with the hammer early, and I already showed the picture with her stabbing Troy in the eye with the pencil. You might not have seen that. If you didn't, I'll be more than happy to show you. I also made it available for members and Discord people. But basically, you know how she stabbed him in the eye and with the spoon, and he almost lost it. This time, with the pencil, oh, he definitely loses the eye. And Troy puts himself in a situation with John and Daniel and them where Madison is forced to hit him over the head early and basically leaves him in the spot where they first meet Walker. So it turns into Troy becoming a villain like he did in season 8, except much better and much earlier. But even though I showed the picture with John Wick and him, and it basically insinuates that he could die here, not only is Troy like basically freaking blind at this point, but I am going to make him survive the dam again through a means of like very convoluted thinking on Troy's part and some very creative liberties to allow a final boss. So just know that it's basically going to mean that everything will be set for when I make this stuff. I need to get rid of some stuff. That's probably why. I think I know why my audio is cutting out. I'll answer that question here in a second. So basically what's going to happen is that you remember in season 8 how he said that his eyesight's not what it once was. So what I'm going to do is, since he could technically still see out of that eye, like it showed that he could still see properly. So, like I said, he basically gets hit in the head early, and that limits his eye functionality to what it was in season 8. So in his remaining eye, he's still visible, since he was clearly visible to see in canon, but it's just extremely hard, and he's basically blind. He's very close to being blind, but it's enough seeing ability to let him get around. I didn't want to fully blind him, because then there'd be no point in bringing him back. You get what I mean? I wanted to make Troy cool in coming back, but I didn't want to fully put him blind, because then it just wouldn't make sense. But overall, yeah, like I said, this story is going to have some very intense world building. And I'm not going to say that when Morgan comes around, that's why I skipped out on John Wick for season 4 of Fear. But with Morgan, Madison, and that whole deal, it's going to be interesting to how I tackle that. And also, I don't know if I'm going to continue on with the story whenever Fear ends, with like some kind of like spin-off of the stories, because technically this story right here, the John and Daniel one, is a spin-off of the original analysis for John Wick. Hold on, let me see something real quick, because I'm actually curious about the hearing now. Right here, the John and Daniel one is a spin-off of the original analysis for John Wick. I don't know. I can hear off of my phone. And my audio, I got rid of stuff to help with the audio. I think it just might be bad on your end. Because all my audio and stuff, all of it's good. Yeah, I think it just might be bad on your end. Because I got rid of all the stuff that would really limit me. And I can't really get rid of anything else. Interesting. You never brought that up before, so. All right. If you're okay with it, because yeah, I'm good. I can hear it on my end. That just got me curious, because I thought my freaking thing was messed up. I was about to punch the crap out of my laptop. Okay.
And he obeys my every command if he knows what's good for him.
All right, let's go. Get your energy. It's ready.
Yeah, it's just exceedingly freaking awesome and like cool at the same time. Intense world building on the part of Dragon Ball Daima. The fact that Bibbidi and Bobbidi didn't create Boo. Apparently, the witch from the Demon Realm, who looks like Toa, created Majin Buu. So, and they apparently just helped Bobbidi. Or Bibbidi. I'm sorry. It's confusing. It's weird with the names. But it's just that is like amazing world building.
Don't waste our time. Vegeta already tried the golden energy, and look what happened to him.
Hold on. There's regular old Super Saiyan. Then there's a level beyond Super Saiyan. But further beyond that.
Now I have to try and get past this mission, which is annoying me to no end.
Let's do this already. I'm sorry this took so much longer than the others, but I haven't had as much practice with this. This is what I call Super Saiyan 3. Alright, let's go. And I who will?
Come on, please kill him. Thank you. God, this mission was some of these missions are almost exceedingly impossible. You have to be like top notch for this. You have to be a top notch gamer for this. So Boo basically just becomes a good guy earlier. Wait a minute. Wear down your opponent within a given time. Wear down Majin Buu. So I didn't even kill him. All right. Okay. All right. Whatever. Don't even care. A battle no one wanted for Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Majin Vegeta? What do you mean? There are a lot of people that say that that still is one of the best fights in all of history. And it is. Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Majin Vegeta, still one of the best fights to the day. Now I'm going to fight Beerus.
Let's go, Luke.
Did the Super Saiyan God thing work? I don't know. It sure seemed like it did. I can't sense my dad's energy at all.
Believe it or not, that's good news. The energy that radiates from a god cannot be detected by mere mortals.
So far, what surprises me is that barely anyone has checked out the Daniel and John story. Now, I was surprised by it with the Lightning McQueen one, but the Daniel and John one is just the same. Like, people were really looking forward to it, a lot of people. So for no one to check it out thus far, I get it. It's Thanksgiving break. But, like, it just confuses me. Now I start to question if people just don't say that just because they want to see some kind of reaction. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it.
Finally, this is what I've been waiting for. What do you say we continue this fight on equal footing, God to God?
As for the creation of Majin Buu, I mean, sure, it's pretty epic, but it's not like the most epic thing in the world. It just shows that Buu's creation was just altered. And it also means that Bibbidi and Bobbidi are even weaker if they needed help from the demon realm. You know what I just realized? I'll get to my theory here in a second.
Well, I had a feeling, but you don't have to hold yourself back from my fears. I'm not going to get any stronger unless you face me with everything you've got.
Are you always this talkative?
Yes.
Just don't
Yes,
get
he
it.
is. You should know Goku by now is pretty much the most talkative person in a history of the planet. I'm going to fight Frieza first, and then I'll get to my theory here in a second, because I just thought of something very interesting. Like, really, really interesting.
That's well deduced for a simpleton. I held that just like you.
Then let's both go all in. No tricks, no reserves. Why, eyes up! I sure could learn something. And the way you fight. All right, now it's your turn. Let's see this new power of yours. Me!
Here to cut to the chase, do we? Very well, then I won't hold anything back either. Now brace yourself! Behold my newfound evolution! I know Gold's a big ghost, but I wanted to ensure you grasp my new position atop the pecking order. And for the sake of your feeble mind, let's keep the name simple as well. We'll call this Golden Freezer.
Golden Freezer.
Farewell.
That's what he said.
I can say it's been a pleasure. I'm not normally one for preemptive goodbyes, but there is a very real possibility that I kill you instantly, and I'd rather be safe than sorry.
You've always been smart, Freezer.
So let me get to my theory real quick. Okay, shut up, game. So let me get to my theory real quick. Oh, that just presented a huge plot hole. If I need to quit. Quit out of the game real quick. So, if Bibbidi and Bobbidi didn't create Boo and they had help from the witch from the demon realm, that means that Bobbidi or Bibbidi knew of the demon realm before Bobbidi. So, that means that Deborah could have been introduced before Bobbidi. I get it. He probably wasn't the king of the demon realm whenever Bibbidi was around. He probably wasn't until like maybe sometime before Bobbidi eventually enslaved him. But when you really, really think about it, I think that Deborah could have been introduced a lot sooner. Like, that actually makes me want to introduce Deborah like a lot sooner. Simply for the fact that he definitely could have even if he wasn't the Demon King and he was like just a really powerful demon, even if Bibbidi cared more about Boo, it still would have been magnificent to include Deborah like suitor in the franchise. So I'm almost going to do that now. I should call it like, what if Bibbidi found Deborah first? Because it just raises a huge plot hole. Because maybe Bobbity went back to the demon realm because his quote-unquote father was there whenever Majin Buu was created. So maybe that's why Bobbity went back. It's because he had the memories of his father being there whenever Buu was created. That's just a theory. Because there's been a huge amount of lore dump since Daima started. I spelled Deborah wrong. I accidentally spelled it Debera. So for anyone in the stream, how are you guys enjoying the videos? Like the Adam movie, the Tailgate story, anything like that? Or is King Devin still the only one here?
Would you mind piping down?
Knew it! You've been holding something back, haven't you?
That's well deduced for a simpleton. I held that just like you.
Then let's both go all in. No tricks, no reserves. All right, now it's your turn. Let's see this new power of yours.
Care to cut to the chase, do we? Very well, then I won't hold anything back either. Now brace yourself! Behold my newfound evolution! I know gold's a bit gauche, but I wanted to ensure you grasp my new position atop the pecking order. And for the sake of your feeble mind, let's keep the name simple as well. We'll call this Golden Freezer.
Golden Freezer?
Farewell, Goku. I can say it's been a pleasure. I'm not normally one for preemptive goodbyes, but there is a very real possibility that I kill you instantly, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. Yeah.
You've always been smart, Freezer. But I guess you've earned it this time. I'm not done yet.
All my power.
It's been a really quiet stream.
There is nothing left for you except death. I'll set you straight to hell.
Oh my, I seem to have gotten a little dust on me.
What the heck?
Would you mind piping down?
Knew it! You've been holding something back, haven't you?
That's well deduced for a simpleton. I held that just like you.
Then let's both go all in. No tricks, no reserves. All right, now it's your turn. Let's see this new power of yours.
Care to cut to the chase, do we? Very well, then I won't hold anything back either. Brace yourself! my new position atop the pecking order? And for the sake of your feeble mind, let's keep the name simple as well. We'll call this Golden Freezer.
Golden Freezer.
Farewell, Goku. I can say it's been a pleasure. I'm not normally one for preemptive goodbyes, but there is a very real possibility that I kill you instantly, and I'd rather be safe than sorry.
You've always been smart, but I guess you've earned it this time.
You're in my way.
I'm not done yet. Not yet. No hard feelings.
It's my turn.
Here goes. It's over.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Where is everybody? I don't like the fact that it's so quiet and empty in here. I don't even think this is worth making a stream today. Is anyone here? I mean, I get it. It's Thanksgiving break, but geez.
Sorry, I swung at you without any warning, Goku. For a second there, I thought you were someone else. Nah, you were just Rattle. Would you believe me if I said he called what? Me? He wears dark clothes instead of your orange ones, so we started calling it Goku Black.
mean, I guess. It's just disappointing that there's no one else here. All right. Three? Why three? It's all right.
Every week, it's Rhea this, Rhea that, mommy this, mommy that, mommy this, mommy that. Well, guess what, Rhea? Daddy's back.
I think. Let me check here. One, two, three, 5. That's already done. All right. So what I'm going to do, basically after the John and Daniel one, is make the 1-part McQueen episode, the Chick Hicks episode, Second Big Bang, Gordon Ramsay was Negan's cook, then the Cybermen's already done, and then that will be 5 stories. But then John Wick and Daniel one probably almost be done by the end of the year. So I'm probably going to have to do the Stu and Boromir ones also. So I'm definitely going to have to do those. And that will put me about 6 to 7 projects ahead. Just to be safe, because the John and Daniel one will be pretty much almost done by the time that I'm at the Gordon Ramsay and Negan's cook thing. So, if I want to be safe than sorry, I want to be able to put myself in a good situation, because I always like to be 5-6 stories ahead now as the new system. So that way I can actually catch up on games and stuff and just let stuff run its natural course. And then after that, these are the other stories left to do. Doc Ock, Shane Walsh and Saw, Skyquake joining the Autobots, which TF Motion Freak's gonna like. John Wick in the MCU, which is gonna be, again, a big story. What if the King got lost? So it's basically gonna be Chick Hicks and the King as like the next 2 Cars what ifs. And what's gonna happen is it's basically going to revolve around the fact that if, like, my Lightning McQueen never went to Radiator Springs thing, it's basically going to be like that, except it's going to be different because Chick and King's characters are going to be altered separately. So, the King and Doc, I'm definitely going to have fun making those interactions. Chick is going to be like a redemption arc. Like, not even like McQueen, like an actual redemption. John F., it's going to be like the Abraham Lincoln one, just a basic analysis. After that, I have no idea which 10 stories are going to be next, so I can't even open my mouth about that yet, because I am not future me. TF Motion Freak, what the frick up? I saw your part 4. Only reason I didn't comment because there really wasn't much to say. It was a good part, but besides the Insecticon and there no Starscream, there really wasn't much like the other 3 parts to really like bring up. So I pretty much just watched it. But if it still makes you feel better, I did see it, and I saw that your first and second parts are ranking over 1,000 views. And 3,000 for your present first part. So that's awesome work. No one's joined up until like you two. King joined about an hour ago, but no one's really joined the stream. So it's been empty. Thank you. I try with the lists, but now that I've upgraded from a full LG to a Samsung after all my years of having LG all my life, that means that my notes, which you see right before you now, basically means that when I make the next list, it's going to be completely different. It's going to look totally different. Because I got a awesome freaking phone. Basically what I said, TF, is this is what's coming next. Basically what I have to do after, with the John and Daniel story, I'm over halfway done finally. So what I'm going to have to do after I'm finally done, since I've pre-recorded up to season 2 already, is that I'm going to have to work on the solo Lightning McQueen and like Rick part. Then I'm going to have to work on the Chick Hicks, the second Big Bang, Gordon Ramsay. Cyberman 1's already done, and that will get me to 5 stories right before Christmas if I can really push for it. But in order to actually remain like truly ahead, because I'm going to be taking a break after Christmas, whenever I make the Christmas special like last year, I'm going to have to work on the Stu and Boromir stories just to keep ahead. So it's going to be like an extended break from... The break for Christmas is going to be from uploading, but the full break from like working on stories is going to be after New Year's. So it's going to be weird. It's going to be like 2 separate breaks. But that will all come in time whenever I actually explain it. And then the other stories are the ones you see here. The Doc Ock one, Shane Walsh and Saw, Skywake joining the Autobots, John in the MCU. That's going to be a big story. The King getting lost and everything is going to be like the Chick Hicks. It's going to affect Lightning McQueen in a way that'll be like the Lightning McQueen never going, except King and Chick Hicks characters are going to be like fully changed. Chick Hicks is going to go basically through a whole redemption factor. The King is just going to meet someone like Doc, and it's just going to be like instant wanting to stay there or something like that. Because King and Doc, now that I think about it, were a lot alike. They were both at retirement. They were both old cars. So they were a lot alike. Not just because of how old they were. And then the John one's going to be like the Abraham Lincoln one, where it's going to be like a basic analysis. As for what the next 10 stories are, I don't do that until I reach number 8 on the list of each list. So I can't say anything yet. So you won't be seeing the next list for another 2 months, depending on how long the other stories are. The Gordon Ramsay one, I'll be lucky to make it 2 parts. Maybe. As much as I really want to bounce Gordon Ramsay and Negan's personalities off each other for parts forever, realistically, Gordon Ramsay would probably get killed at the first opportunity. But I want to make something special out of it because it's really freaking funny. So I'm definitely going to make it good. The Cybermen one, you guys are really going to love that because I really went all out there. But it was a project I made 2 years ago. So a lot of stuff I could have either easily missed or just like, you know, messed up. But hey, that's debatable on how you look at it. And as for the other ones, Skyquake, I will actually be able to make a full Transformers story out of that. Whereas the Tailgate one, I couldn't. But like the John Wick one and like the John and Daniel one basically being a spinoff to that analysis, I'm thinking of doing the exact same thing with Tailgate. Whereas I will actually make a story out of him, but it's not going to be like the same like name. So what I'm going to basically do is I'm going to make a what if in the future about what if Tailgate came back instead of Shockwave. It's going to be a continuation of the Tailgate story, but it's going to be a version of it changing like the very end of the short analysis, where it's going to be like instead of Tailgate sacrificing himself, he joins Cliffjumper and RC into forcing Shockwave out of the bridge, and then Tailgate basically pulls a maneuver and like stays in the bridge and like finds a way to like kill Shockwave or something, or they both end up surviving, but Tailgate's the one who actually like kills Shockwave at the first opportunity. So it'll basically be a continuation of the story, but like the John and Daniel one, it will be a completely different setup. You get what I'm saying? Because if I want to make something like that a story, then I gotta turn it into something that's good. It's like the Negan making Jason Voorhees a slave thing. I want to make it good without destroying the setup. Oh, and before I forget, TF, the winner, even though I don't think you're into Dragon Ball, is Golden Frieza for this week's character vote. And there's 2 second place winners for the first time ever since I started these votes. Thor and Ultron tied for second place. So they're both going to be in the next vote. That's the first time that's happened. I'm hoping to finish my Constructicons What If by the end of the year, or if anything, the first week of January. Nice. Already pre-drafts on my Nemesis Prime story. All right. Really looking forward to Skyquake joining the Autobots. It will definitely impact Dreadwing's character, they both were fiercely loyal to Megatron. Only reason Skyquake didn't join is because he would never side with a Prime. But Dreadwing just said in the end that betraying his kind is not the same as accepting Optimus's. So Dreadwing was definitely more open to joining the Autobots than Skyquake. They pretty much just introduced Skyquake and killed him off, just like Cliffjumper. And Tailgate was treated the same way too. Difference between all those three, Cliffjumper and Skyquake had potential. Tailgate, he got killed by just a few cons, and there was no exploding energon most likely, so it's harder to make a what if that specifically allows me to do more with Tailgate. But him living instead of Shockwave, that's the closest that I'm going to be able to make with it without overpowering Tailgate or making the story awful. I made the first part to the John and Daniel story. I pre-recorded up to season 2. Surprising thing is that no one has checked it out. Get this. This is what really kind of bugs me. Even if it's Thanksgiving break, something that really bugs me. When you look at my John Wick and The Walking Dead opening video, the analysis video, 2,100 views, 50 likes, and 12 comments in 3 months. And yet the first part to the actual story of John Wick with Daniel Salazar, and it has 32 views and 2 likes, not a single comment. So maybe I just gotta wait 3 months like the John Wick opening for it to spring total story. But I really, really thought that once I started it, so many people like the McQueen one were really looking forward to the McQueen and Walking Dead story. But when it happened, no one really viewed it. Like, the most views that the McQueen story got in 20 parts was 321 for a looked forward to story. And the John and Daniel one was just as looked forward to and nothing. Which tells me that maybe I shouldn't trust people whenever they say they're looking forward to it. Because it might just be a ploy to make the creator feel like they're obliged to the people in sense of like what they're looking forward to. But to not trust fans would be really throwing shade at you guys. So I'm not going to do that. All I can say is that it's just a minor thing to look at, and that the stories that actually count and the stories that people really, really are looking forward to will just show themselves in time. So I think it's just a waiting game. One thing I really enjoy myself about this is that the Autobots found the protoforms. The Autobot protoforms are interesting. My main takeaways from your story are the Decepticons and the Scraplets, big thing. Warship being destroyed in the sun, big thing. Starscream getting killed, big thing. Makeshift being Bumblebee in the story, it's like my makeshift Soundwave, big thing. As for the Autobots and the protoforms, it's there. It's definitely something that I saved myself now because that is interesting. And I think whenever I include, like, I could include Jetfire. Wait a minute. I have a question. Maybe I missed this with part of your story. But when Starscream found the protoforms, he ejected part of his energon into them, and they were clones. So he made the clones out of himself with his energon. So how exactly were the protoforms built into different Autobots if they were mainly used for clones? That's my question. Because you would think that they would just be used as a clone for like Arachnid or someone like that. Not totally separate entities. Either that, or maybe you pulled a creative string that allowed the clones, like by Ratchet's design, to be different entities. But from my knowledge, they can't really do that. By the way, we're going to be wrapping up here in a few minutes. Like after, I'll let you say what you need to about that. And then we're pretty much going to be wrapping things up. Mixed from a piece of metal that fell from one of the Constructicons, and each of the Autobots gave an energon transfusion. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Personally, I would have thought that those would have just resulted in, like, maybe some kind of, like, upgraded clone of one of the bots. I didn't expect it to be 5 different entities. But hey, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just, it's something I wasn't expecting. But overall, your story is pretty freaking good. They mixed all that together, and that's how they were born. That's interesting. Okay. So, story or Q&A or discussion stream, I'm sorry, is basically over. Wasn't too much people, but again, video production and discussion stream stuff, it's probably just down to Thanksgiving break, and it's probably going to get the same result Christmas break, except I'm not going to be uploading Christmas break, so I won't have to worry about that. Anyway, hopefully those of you who did join enjoyed the stream here for what it was worth. Got at least an interesting Dragon Ball concept out of it. Got to talk about Transformers stuff, Golden Frieza thing, stuff for the future. I will give you guys one more look-see at an epic picture I made of the halfway mark of the series for John Wick and Daniel, with Troy basically being blind, having an eye patch, John Wick fighting him, and I am on season 5A of the project. So I'm very, 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 very close to the end. So as long as I work on that stuff, I should be done with the story by the end of the middle of December, maybe. I'm not going to pressure myself to thinking that it's going to take that long since I'm so close, but we'll definitely see. And then all those other stories I'm going to be working on for the next month. With all that said, hopefully you got those of you who didn't join, you check back at all this stuff whenever you have an open available opportunity. I'm going to be posting the picture of Golden Frieza here after the stream, along with the next character vote, and working on the pre-recorded 4th part to the John and Daniel thing. And I will give you guys updates on that and the story and everything. Won't have too much time tonight to work on it because of other stuff I got to do. But I can promise you guys at least by the end of next week, I should be very exceptionally, exceedingly close to the finale. With all that said, hope you guys are here enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys later for stuff like that, what I just said, next week for videos and etc. for the stream and all that stuff. And if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, anything like that, ideas, anything like that, you want to check out the first part to the John and Daniel thing, be my guest. I will be waiting for comments, all that goody-goody stuff, and I will see you guys later.